Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. More on them at the end of the video. I invite you to make a cup of tea and join me for an all-new Tea Time with Jennifer. Hello everyone, Jennifer L. Scott here, and welcome back to the Daily Connoisseur. So I'm bringing back Tea Time with Jennifer. A few of you requested this series, and I've always enjoyed this series. When I think about tea time with another person, and I think about the essence of it, the most important thing obviously is connection and conversation. That's why we have it with other people. It is an opportunity to connect with friends and family to discuss important or meaningful things. So in this series, we're going to discuss relevant current event topics, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Marie Kondo's recent revelation. In the second portion of the video, I'm going to be sharing a tea time related tip, either a recipe or a way to decorate the table or maybe a tea time ritual. And also tea time is about style because you don't just wear anything to tea time. So I will also share a style related tip with you. I'm drinking jasmine green tea today out of my Victoria Magazine April Cornell Blue Roses tea set. So let's start off the discussion with Marie Kondo. Has she given up on being tidy? So as most of you probably already know, Marie Kondo is the worldwide best-selling author of The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And it's a wonderful book. She has a whole system on tidying called KonMari. She has a Netflix show. She is an international superstar. And I'm a big Marie Kondo fan myself. But she has gone on a press tour and she had some revelations in a recent interview. And the Washington Post reports on it, and I'll leave the link down below. And here are the statements that she said that everyone is picking up on. So she said, "I am busier than ever after having my third child, so I have grown to accept that I cannot tidy every day, and that is okay." She said, "My home is messy, but the way I'm spending my time is the right way for me at this time and at this stage of my life." Kondo says that for many, the perfectly organized space is not realistic. "Up until now, I was a professional tidier, so I did my best to keep my home tidy at all times," she said at this event. "I have kind of given up on that in a good way for me. Now I realize what is important to me is enjoying spending time with my children at home." Okay, so all sorts of media outlets and commentators have jumped on this and they said, well, you know, she gave up on tidying. We knew it wasn't realistic. So I want to give you my take on it. So I love that Marie Kondo said this. And here's the thing, is that I remember reading The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and I remember reading it and being inspired, but also being overwhelmed with it as well, because at that time I had babies, I had really young children, and every mother knows that that is just the hardest time to not only keep the house tidy and organized, but you feel bad about it too, because for a lot of us, we're all home during that time, okay? We're not leaving, you're just looking at the mess, you know? And I remember thinking, well, she doesn't have children, so it's easier for her to do this. And that is the case, it is true. But what I think is this, because she has now had the opportunity to have children and become a mother and see the struggles that exist with that, because when you are in charge of keeping the home nice yourself and then you have children, obviously keeping the home tidy is not their priority, and in fact they create a lot of mess for us to clean up. So even my 4-year-old now loves playing with toys, and he just loves his toys. We keep them in the downstairs closet, and he can totally populate the living room, the piano room, everything with his toys in like less than 5 minutes, okay? So it's funny, and I don't mind it at all. In fact, I love it because I know how fast it goes. I know that soon he's not going to be wanting to play with those toys anymore, and we're probably going to have to donate the toys. So I'm totally fine with it, and I love that she is too, and she realizes that just in different phases of your life, there is a place for everything. So yes, there is a place before you have children where you can get your things in order and you do have the time to do it. And it is really important for you to do this, right? And then there's the time when you have your children and you let go of a lot of expectations and a lot of standards. They kind of drop with each child. But it's like in your mind, once you hit that place of saying, you know what, I'm okay with this now. I didn't used to be okay with this, but now I'm okay with it, right? once you accept that, you can lead a much happier life. And I also know that once my children are grown and they are not, you know, populating the living room with toys and making messes, that I will have a lot of time as well to go through the major projects that I've been wanting to go through. And then there's, you know, the phenomenon of Swedish death cleaning, which is also something that you could do at any time of your life, but really as you age and you think about what you're going to be leaving behind for your children, that's the time where you can start to think about that. So I think that it's wonderful that she is bold enough to say that she's kind of given up on that really rigid, kind of stricter way she was with tidying. And every parent gets it and knows it. And I think that every person should be able to say, you know what? I've changed, without the whole world, you know, calling them out on it, right? And I think that that's a much healthier way to look at it. Now, everything has a place. So I feel like with Marie and how she came on the scene with the life-changing magic of tidying up, and it really changed the world. Very popular, putting decluttering on the consciousness of the world, really, with her book. And I think that needed to happen. And so she wrote that book at the right time. And I love now that her new book, and I'm really looking forward to diving into her new book and learning more about it, but with the whole concept of karashi. I love this. She said about karashi, tidying up means dealing with all the things in your life. So what do you really want to put in order? So it's not just tidying up your sock drawer or tidying up your kitchen cabinets. It's tidying up the things in your life that you want to put in order. And that even could be, for me, tidying up intangible things like my thoughts or our schedule, you know, things like that. I just love that concept. So she likes to focus more on personal joys now. And I think that, again, parenthood really brings out the importance of this. And because you give so much of yourself to your family that you start to think, okay, I don't want to lose myself, and I only have so much time in the day to devote to myself. So what does bring me joy? Well, in the article, it says, these are some of Kondo's personal joys. Buying 100% silk or organic cotton pajamas because they feel good and they help her to sleep. Perusing her tea leaf drawer and drinking tea 3 times a day to bring a sense of calm. And this is very appropriate for Tea Time with Jennifer, so let's all take a tea break right now. Okay, opening her childhood sewing box, which brings back warm memories. Those are some of the things that bring her joy. So I've seen a lot of commentary on this, and I don't love the ones where they are mocking her and saying, well, see, I knew that you would give up because you had kids, because that sets up parents for a feeling of disappointment, you know, like they've failed, right? And that's not true. You just realize that the things maybe that used to be important to you are not as important now, and now you have really meaningful, important things. And as we go through different phases of our lives, I think it's really healthy to figure out, you know what, right now, this is important to me. And yes, it's different from how I was 10 years ago, but that's good. If you are a parent, let us know what your experience has been with your relationship to your home, with it being tidy and organized, and did you struggle through that, or are you still struggling, or have you come to a place of peace and calm like Marie Kondo? Let us know in the comments down below. Okay, moving on to the tea time treat portion of the video, I'm going to share my mini cheesecake recipe with you, and these have no sugar in them, and they're really delicious, so they're perfect for you to make for your family. Okay, you're going to start by crumbling together 1 package of graham crackers and pouring some melted butter on top, and I will have the recipe linked down below. You could do this in a food processor, but I don't have one, so I did it in my KitchenAid. Then you're going to take a muffin pan and spray the inside of the muffin pan, or you can use muffin cups. And I fill each pan about 1/3 of the way full with the graham cracker and melted butter mixture, and then I pat that down. Now I add a block of cream cheese, some whole fat Greek yogurt, some honey, then I add an egg and some vanilla extract. It's really easy. So I whip this all together and then I pour this into the little cups. And then you're going to bake this in the oven, and when they come out, this is what they look like. Now they're a little bit rustic, but I don't mind that at all. And I decided to drop some Divina sour cherry spread on top, and this was a very good call because it was so delicious. So these are the little mini cheesecakes, and you can make a batch of them. These are wonderful to serve to your friends or your family if you're looking for a low sugar tea time treat. And if you make them, please let me know. Tag me on social media with hashtag Teatime with Jennifer. And now for the style segment, I'd like to introduce you to a young up-and-coming designer called Artemisia Huang. And she is based in Canada and Italy. So she makes these beautiful bags that are made in Italy of Italian leather. And they are so unique and interesting because of the way that you could wear them. There's many different ways that you could wear this bag, and it's quite delightful. So I wanted to share it with you. And I love supporting up-and-coming designers. So this is made of 100% Italian cow leather, and I'm showing you the different details. I love the little A for Artemisia. The different ways that you can wear the bag. So I think that this is pretty neat, and Artemisia is very talented and definitely one to watch. I will leave her linked down below. Now I'd like to share a word from our sponsor, which is Skillshare. So you probably know Skillshare for classes in photography, film and video editing, and illustration. But did you know that Skillshare has hundreds of career-focused classes too? This year is the perfect time to reinvent your goals and yourself. So I am, a content creator here on YouTube, and I love using Skillshare for various reasons, but recently I took a class on improving my Instagram because I like to find the pain points in my career and how I can improve, and I could definitely improve on Instagram. So the class that I took was called Finding Instagram Success, Building an Account People Care About by Taylor Lauren. I love Skillshare's classes because they're really brief. They're usually around 60 minutes. So if you're thinking about improving your career or changing a career or having a side hustle, Skillshare is a wonderful resource. Look at some of these classes they have. Creative confidence and silencing your inner critic, productivity and time management, personal projects to build your portfolio and get the gigs you want. These classes are really fantastic. What I love most about the Instagram class I took was that the teacher encouraged us to find Instagram success on our own terms, because I feel like I feel intimidated by finding it on other people's terms, and also how to understand the algorithm on Instagram, which is really important to me. So if you would like to explore your creativity or your career change or career path more, the first 1,000 people to use my link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I hope that you enjoyed Tea Time with Jennifer. If you have any current event topics that you would like discussed in Tea Time with Jennifer, please leave them in the comments section down below. In the meantime, keep calm and remain classy, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye. soon.